the Purusha Suktam, written by Narayan Rishi, has given the teaching of Dharma, Manav Dharma, and that teaching is that this whole creation is nothing else than the Supreme Brahma. Everything in this creation is only the Supreme Brahma. There's only one truth. And that is what we have to realize. We have to realize this unity in diversity. And that is our dharma, our greatest dharma. Because when you will see this whole creation as that Supreme Brahma, then your thoughts, your actions automatically will become dharmic. Automatically, you will be following dharma. If you see everyone as one, you will not have any enmity with someone. You will not deceive someone. You will not steal from someone. You will not kill someone. Because if you know that there is no other existing but that Supreme Truth, then you will not do that. So, and last time I was talking about the 3 different forms of that one Purusha, the Supreme Brahma, in this Purusha Suktam. That is the Adhyatmic, Adi Bhautik, and Adi Daivik. Adhyatmic, the Adhyatma is everything what has to do with your own self, from your body within and without. And Adi Bhautik has to do with the world around you. And Adi Daivik is the cause of both this whole world and yourself. And in the Vedas, there is a description of how this Purusha is in all these different forms. So according to the Vedas, you have the Vyashti Purusha, and then you have the Rashtra Purusha, then you have the Virat Purusha. Vyashti Purusha, that is the Adhyatmika. That has to do, it is your individual self. The Atma, you can also say. That is the Vyashti Purusha. And then you have the Rashtra Purusha. So, who is this Rashtra Purusha? Because last time also I told you about the first mantra, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. This Purusha is about the Rashtra Purusha. When we say Rashtra, because Rashtra means country, right? Rashtra means country. But when we say Rashtra Purusha here, we are not talking about a country. We are not talking about like Canada or India or any country. No. When you say Rashtra Purusha, what is Rashtra according to the Vedas? Our Rishis say, A samudra paryanta prithvi ekarat. Which means that this whole earth surrounded by the ocean is one Raj, one Rashtra, one country. And you know, because now you will see there are so many continents and so many countries, but when this mantra, this verse was written, is in the Vedic era, and in the Vedic era, this earth also on the map, this earth was not divided into continents. You know that this is a general knowledge? In the ancient time, earth was one piece. And as time passes, as the time passed, the earth started to break into pieces. And the earth, which is, the map keep changing also. The earth, how it was looking a couple centuries ago, is different than now. And after a couple centuries, it will be looking a little bit different also. Continents are breaking up more, or sometimes being added. So in the Vedic era, when this mantra was written by the rishis, Asamudra Paryanta, Prithvi Ekarat, the whole earth was one piece. And the Rashtra Purush was about this whole earth. So when I talk about Samaj, that this Rashtra Purush is the Samaj is then, this society is not about only the society you live in, only in the country you live in, no. I'm talking about the society, the Samaj of this whole world, in this whole earth. Okay. So, that is that Rashtra Purusha, and that is what is also this mantra saying, Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapad, that Sahasra I mentioned before, Sahasra is not about the number here, 1,000, but Sahasra means unlimited. So the unlimited, all the, the heads, the eyes, and the legs, in other words, all the forms you see in this whole creation is that Purusha, and that is that Rashtra Purusha. And also I told you that we human beings, human beings are called social beings. You know why social beings? It's not because we like to socialize. That is not why we are called social beings. We are called social beings because we cannot live without the society. And we are part and partial of the society. The sum of all individuals is not the society. That is not the right way to understand society. The sum of each individual makes society, that is wrong. But we are part and partial of society. Because society starts not only with one person, you cannot never call society, right? There are two people. When there are two people, you start to say it's society. Society starts from there. So we are part and partial of the society. We are the limbs of the society. And like we have all these limbs, the Rashtra Purusha also has limbs. And even the Virat Purusha, when we talk about the Virat Purusha, so what is this Virat Purusha? So Vyashti Purusha, that is the Adhyatmic, your own self, individual, the Atma. Rashtra Purusha is this whole world, the whole earth, each and every being in this earth. That is the Rashtra Purusha, that is the Adibhautik. And then the Adidevik, that is the Virat Purusha. Virat Purusha. And who is this Virat Purusha? That is the Bhagwan of the universe. Okay? And beside these three, the Adidevik, Adibhautik, Adhyatmika, in the Bhagavad Gita there is one more word used, Adhiyagya. So what is this Adhiyagya Purusha? That is the Brahman, Supreme Brahman. And this whole creation has countless infinite universes. So of each universe has this Virat Purusha that we call Ishvara. You have heard about the word Ishvar. Ishvar is the Bhagwan of the one universe. Like you will also read in the Ramayana, each universe that we call Brahmanda has its own Brahma, own Vishnu and Mahesh. And that's why Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are countless, because Brahmandas are countless. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh also countless. And the Lord, the Bhagwan of that one universe is called Ishvar. That is the Virat. And the Bhagwan of all the universes, infinite, whatever universes there are, the Bhagwanji of that we call Brahman. That is that Supreme Brahman. But it is only one Purusha. This Sahasrashirsha Purusha is Ekvachan, singular form. So one Purusha, that Supreme Brahma, because this whole Purusha Sukta is about that Supreme Brahma, but the description is in the Adidevic form. You will find in that Adiyagya form, the Brahma, the Adidevic form, the Virat Swarup, you will find in this Purusha Sukta. And the Rashtra Purusha, you will find also Rashtra, sometimes also called Rat. So Rat and Virat. Okay? Rat means same, Rashtra. And then the Yashti Purusha. Now these are all interconnected. I was telling you, we cannot live without the society. I can explain to you. If you cut any part of your limbs, of your body, maybe you cut off your arms, can your arm live without your body? You take out your eyes, can your eyes live without the body? Any of your body part. Name me one of your body part which when you will remove from your body can live without the body. Can you name any of the body parts? Any organ, anything here in the body which will live without the body? No. This is how it is. This whole world is like this body, and we are the limbs of that body. We are the limbs of this samaj. And like any part of our body cannot live without our body, likewise, we cannot live without the samaj. We are all part and parcel of the समाज. समाज के हम अंग हैं और कोई भी अंग अपने शरीर से अलग होके जीवित नहीं रह सकता. इसी रूप से हम भी अपने इस समाज से अलग होके कभी भी नहीं रह सकते. We cannot live. And you know, all the body parts we have, these body parts do work for the body, right? Your hands, your eyes, your head, all the organs, they all work for the body. This is also what our human life is. Our human life, we work for the society, but not everybody thinks like that. We think we are working for ourselves, right? You will say that, I work, I do a job, I earn money, it is for myself. And maybe for my family, yes? You think you work for yourself. Goods you make, you sell those goods, you think these goods are mine. But if you think carefully, you are not working for yourself. You are working for the society. You are working for Samaj. You are working for this world. There was an incident. One time Guruji was giving this lecture, and one doctor was sitting there, and afterwards he went to Guruji and said that, you said, you know, that we work for the society? Because that doctor, he was really, you know, he was charging good money for his services and medication and everything, patients. So he said, I don't understand that. You know, I am a doctor, I work, I have, you know, I do that for myself. So Guruji asked, the medication, those medicine you are making or you are selling, tell me, for who that medication is? It's for a patient, right? If there would be no patient, what would you do with the medication? Would you do anything? The medication is in your custody. It is in your, you see, it's your property. But even if it is in your custody, your property, it is still not yours. Will you eat all that medicine? Will you use all that medicine? The medicine is for a patient. So he's saying, I'm still not getting it ready. He said, you have a daughter? Yeah. And you know, our Indian culture, daughter, he said, your daughter is yours? Well, he said that it is our custom, our Indian custom, that daughters will belongs to another family. She will get married and she belongs to another family. So he's saying that although your daughter is yours now in your house, in your custody, but still she is not yours. You know that, because she will marry and she will go in another family. She will be from someone else. So likewise, these medications you have is not yours. In the ancient time, there was no money. There was no money. People used to produce all the different goods, right? And they would do an exchange. Somebody who was making shoes would go to a barber and exchange the shoes and get a haircut. And the whole society was like that. But the problem began when, you need some of the articles, some of the things like food, you need daily. But shoes, you don't need shoes daily, right? You will have one shoe and then it will go many years. So the problem started then, that because the shoemaker cannot go every day with a shoe to someone who is making the bread for him, right? So then, only then, money was introduced. That okay, we're going to put a price, and then the money will circulate, and the goods will circulate according to the money, whatever value it is. But what happened? Slowly, that money became everything. And nobody cared. So that's why we forgot. We forgot that everything we are doing, everything we are producing is not for ourselves. It's for the society. It's for the society to sustain the society. Because only when society will maintain, will sustain, then only we can also sustain our lives and live. Otherwise not. You follow that? So, the Purusha Suktam is teaching us that, it's giving us that lesson that we have to know that you don't think and say like that, I don't care about the world or other people. You cannot say like that. I don't care what happens in the society. You cannot say like that. Because everything what will happen here in the society, in the Samaj, in this Rashtra, will affect you. Will affect you. So, in this Purusha Suktam, now this Purusha, because this word Purusha, then you think about the man, right? But it is not only about the man, it's also about the woman. Because what is this Purusha? This Purusha is not man, the Purusha of man and woman, no. Puri Shete iti Purusha. Puri Shete iti Purusha means the one who is residing in the body. And who is residing in the body? The Atma. And about this Atma, the Atma is a projection of that Paramatma, that Param Brahma. And about that Param Brahma, what is the Shvetashwar Upanishad is saying? Naiva Stri, na Pumanesha, na Chaivaya, na Punsakaha. Yad yad shariram adapte, tena tena sapujate. Which means, na Stri, Naiva Stri. This Atma, that Param Brahma, and it goes also for the Atma, because Atma is that projection, is not a woman. Na Pumanesha, this is also not a man. Na Chaivayam, na Punsaka, it is also not a neutral gender. What is it? Yad yad shariram adapte. In whatever body it will go, that will be the gender. In other words, gender is of your body, not of your real self, not of the Atma. Only the body is the gender. Okay? And that's why when we talk about Purusha, don't mistake that this is only about the men and not the women. Alright? Because later in this Purusha Sukta, you will read, and I will talk about that as I'm saying, as I told you, like we have all these limbs, this Virat Purusha also has the limbs. Okay? Chandrama manaso jatas chaksho suryo ajayata srotrat vaishya pranishya mukhad agnirajayata. It is all in this Purusha Suktam. You see, Chandrama manaso jatas, of that Virat Purusha, the mind of that Virat Purusha, that is Chandrama. Okay? And Chaksho Surya Ajayata, from the eyes of that Virat Purusha came the sun. It means that the Devata, because in our whole body also so many Devatas are living. 33 crore, Koti is not crore. Koti means, like Sahasra means 1,000, Koti also means crore, right? But here Koti means, another meaning of Koti is type. So 33 Koti means not 33 crore, but 33 types of Devatas living in us. And okay, so that is according to that Virat Purusha. In which part of the Virat Purusha which Devata is, in that same part of our body, the Devata is residing. But I will talk about that when the verses come. But mean to say, if the Surya is giving, the Surya Devata is in the eyes of the man, it is also in the eyes of the woman. Right? Not the Surya Deva is not giving only light to the eyes of men, only also woman, right? So that's why when we talk about Purusha and Purusha, the Rashtra Purusha, we are not talking about only the men. We are talking about even not only human beings. We are talking about men, women, but even all other types of living beings there are. All are that Purusha. That's why one mantra in the Veda is Sarva Asha Mama Mitra. That everyone is my friend. Akshavanta, Karnavanta, Mama Mitra. Also, Mama Sakhayo. Akshavanta, Karnavanta, Mama Sakhayo. All which is having ears and eyes are my friends. And you know, not only human beings have ears, all kinds of, even a small insect also have eyes, okay? Ears, some doesn't have ear, but eyes are there, right? So all are the Purusha, all. And we have to learn that. We have to know, you know, our buddhi, our intellect has two types of instinct. One is called Diti and one is called Aditi. So Diti means which breaks up in parts, which divides. That is Diti. And Aditi is which doesn't divide. So, you know, Diti and Aditi, they were the two, because all these stories, this Adi Devi, is in the Adhyatmic and in the Adi Bhautik as well. So this Rishi Kashyapa has two wives. Rishi Kashyap means he is a seer, like seer in us, Atma, and two wives, Diti and Aditi. That's our buddhi with these two instincts. So if your buddhi is Diti, you will be like a Daitya, because Diti, the progeny of Diti in Sanskrit is called Apatya. Apatya अर्थ में Diti से Daitya बनता है. From Diti the word Daitya is formed. And from Aditi the word Aditya is formed. So you have heard another word for the Devatas, Aditya. Aditya is also for the Devatas. And Diti, Daitya. The Rakshasas, those are the Daityas. So our instinct can be either of a Daitya or Aditya Devata, either Rakshas or Devata. So when will it be Rakshas? If we see this whole world, if we start to divide, we are dividing countries, we are dividing, you know, societies, we are dividing human beings, we are dividing everything. We try to divide. And when we do that, we are a Daitya. Our buddhi is like that. But when we are seeing everyone as one, when we see this whole world as one, we don't have this division in our mind, in our intellect, then you are having, your intellect is like a Devata. See? And that is, our intellect has to be like that. We have to hold on to this instinct of the Aditya, of the Aditi, not the Diti. So, today with these words, till now, I have been explaining only this one line. 3 Sundays already. Sahasra Hirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. And the next line is Bhumi Kvam Sarvatas Pritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. So that I will explain the next time. Because the next verse is about that Sab Bhumi Kvam Sarvatas Pritva, that Purusha is pervading this whole world, this whole creation. Okay? And although he is pervading this whole creation, he is Das Angul, you know, Angul, fingers like that, 10 fingers like that above this whole. But I will talk about that another time. Today, I will end my speech here. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ वाणी को विराम देती हूँ.